Welcome to the studio.
Hello.
We're doing an impromptu live, so we're just gonna chat and hang out with each other and answer any questions that come up. But we've been at this now for 2 days.
Yeah.
We've been rearranging this entire studio space because here in the Amesbury Ecamm studio, we over the last few years have built out this like really incredible space over there.
Over where, Katie? Can you switch?
Over there, and we've never really been able to show what over there looks like. So I've labeled this scene to the desk.
To the desk.
This is what our original setup looks like, and we've updated this a bunch of different times. But we figured we needed like a casual, comfy sofa space.
Yeah. So
here we are in the casual, comfy sofa space.
Yeah.
And I love that we are hanging out with with Jeremy. What's going on, Jeremy? Yeah, Andy, we're just chilling. We're trying to create this comfy, cozy Kofa space. Kofa. I'll drink some more coffee.
Katie's gonna take a sip of her coffee. I'm gonna jump in here, help her out. So yeah, I mean, we have so many people in Ecamm. By the way, we're in downtown Amesbury.
You can tell by the endless sirens. But
yeah, we Katie and I, we miss making content together.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, we used to do some kind of Q&A. Ecamm. Well, what did we call it? We called it the Katie and Jill show.
It was the live from the
testing
test studio. So look at us testing in the studio and creating a new space. Now we have
full circle
spaces.
Yeah.
We have 2 spaces. Paul's here. Doc's got questions. Ask away, Doc.
Go ahead.
Doc's also got answers. So this has been a cool experience because I feel like the one learning that I've had over the last couple of days of doing this with you, even though we are both smart, capable people.
Yes.
And we can phone any friends.
Yes.
This still took much longer than I would have guessed and had a lot of like talking out loud.
Yeah. And we also, if you don't use something very often, you don't know what you don't know.
It falls out of your head. Yeah. Even if you know, it falls right out of your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So doing things yourself, I think, is always helpful because you learn so much more. And so Doc luckily jumped on a call with us at one point because we were trying to figure out an NDI issue and why something was working on your computer but not on mine. It ended up being that I needed to update my computer.
Yep.
And then toggle on some permissions. So anyways, yeah, it's always good to kind of like redo your space. And we talk about all the different use cases you can do in Ecamm. So we might as well do it ourselves. And setting up our different equipment that we already had, figuring out, okay, this is how this can work. What should we buy moving forward? What cables might we need to buy to make things easier?
That was me. I'm sorry.
Katie. This is not this is a testing stream. So anyways, you're gonna see some weirdness. You're gonna see us both be like, what button did I press? But that's
what
just part of the game.
What button did I press? That was me. That was not Ecamm or the cameras. It was definitely this person here. The problem, what does Doc always say? The problem happens between the computer and the what is it?
The finger? I don't know.
Doc, you'll have to say.
Tell us your Doc.
Yeah. So this Doc, so we're just gonna share. We're gonna share all of our honest everything. We should have just recorded the entire process of us just being like, wait, can we? We tried to move the tube lights from over in this space
to the studio to the desk.
That blue lights.
So we have 2 of those.
We tried to move them, but they are linked together. And we only wanted to move one, and then we couldn't figure out where the cable was to keep the other, and so it all went crazy.
That is a future.
It's a future problem.
But yeah, we're gonna, and there's a perfect little shelf right here, so we'll put one of those tube lights.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. The problem exists between the keyboard and the chair.
Yeah, there it is.
The problem exists between the keyboard and the chair. All right, I want to walk through these different scenes because we were thinking about this a lot. So we now have a ton of people who do podcasts often, and podcasts typically, for the most part, aren't done like behind the desk the way that we do live streams and tutorials. Mm-hmm. Just what spawned the idea of like, well, we have a sofa and everyone wants to podcast from the sofa,
right? With a cute, adorable,
with cute
pillow.
Cushions. And I want to set up this exact functionality.
All right, switch to the other safety shot.
All right, wait.
We did a shortcut.
Woo! It's like almost exactly the same. This is the difference between this is the tail air that we're on here. Mm-hmm. And then this one here is the tail 2.
Obviously, we have but
they're both right next to each other.
They're next to each other, and we have not played with a lot of the settings in terms of in the OBSBOT app itself.
Yep.
We are at this point. We are like, let's plug in the cameras, put them in approximate places, and go for it. So I know that there's a lot of things we need to tweak. But look at this. Look at this close up.
And then
this is Jill's cam.
And then we have a behind the scenes camera. And then we did a side by side. So like,
I'll go to the desk.
To the desk. To the desk, Jill. Don't knock anything over. To the desk. So as it turns out, like if you have a whole bunch of different cameras, you can do a whole bunch of different things. I'm trying to remember which camera I'm looking at though. I think this is the 2. All right. And then, so then we can go back and forth. And then we even set up this little one here, which I'll show Jill in the background. This is our prize. Well, I'm calling this the prize cam because we're planning for tomorrow's live stream. So they're just sneak peek on some prizes here from the prize cam space. Back to the desk. Jill doesn't have a microphone there yet, though, so this is a silent to the desk. You can pretend that Jill is saying incredible things. And then I have this one. That's just the table. All right, and then back here. Oh, now we're back zoomed in again. So I think the challenge here that we still have to figure out before we're finally finished and able to do some recording is that the OBSBOT cameras are very smart. So they have settings and not automations. They have
we can set up
they
presets.
Have command. They're trying to be smart and do shots for us, but we're trying to be smart and hold the control of the shot.
Right. And right now we're kind of going back and forth between live streaming with eCam or recording or both. And also controlling these cameras in the OBSBOT Center. So we're newish to all the features in the OBSBOT Center. So we're going to be diving into that more deeply. But we've loved these cameras. I mean, I've been using them even for recording concerts and stuff at home. So I feel like I'm only just starting to learn it so I can really take advantage of all of its capabilities. But we haven't mastered that yet. So anyone's got tips for us, let us know.
Yeah, and I think the only one that we're not currently using out of all the OBSBOT cameras is the Tiny 2 or the Tiny series. Those ones are sitting on our table over there. But we have 2 tail 2s. Mm-hmm. We have 2 tail airs. And then we have the Meet 2, which is this like behind the scenes camera. But this is fun. I mean, honestly, this took us it took us a ton of time to like restructure and plan out and build out this whole space. But the actual setting up of eCam and all the scenes was only, probably an hour because we were being silly and dumb about how to approach it.
Right. Yeah. And trying to figure out what do we want to set up in OBSBOT Center versus in eCam and scenes and stuff like that. And so using camera placeholders there's some presets that you can do in the OBSBOT Center. So I could use my phone to switch this camera, for example, and then switch a scene. And so there's a lot of back and forth play that you can do, or you can just kind of switch between like this shot and then a close up of us and have it show that movement to the audience.
The slow close up is just wonderful. It's magical.
And then if you switch to you, it'll be like, oh wait, this is the slow zoom out.
The slow zoom out to both of us.
Now go to slow close up with Katie. Katie Cam. Katie Cam. Katie Cam. Katie Cam.
We should add like some sound effects that go along with this slow.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have? We have like glockenspiel. All right, wait. Let's go. So back here.
Yeah, we could add a sound effect to each of these scenes so that when we...
Oh, it's too soon. It's too soon. We need for it to be... Yeah, Paul, there's the dramatic... I know. We need like the soap opera, like dramatic. I can't even think of what that is, but there definitely are like the dramatic
little stingers.
Yeah. Soap opera music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we wanted to cover in this. I feel like studio setups, the more that I do them, the more that I realize that even if you plan everything out in advance and you know exactly what you want it to look like, once you get into the actual space and you start moving, like we had all the right things because back when we were doing Creator Camp, we either already owned the cameras or, you know, or we needed like new mic arms, and my husband built these like little side tables for us that we could clamp a mic arm to. So we already kind of thought through and purchased all the stuff.
Yeah.
But even just positioning it and figuring out how you want it to look in the scenes and where everything should be and how you switch back and forth between them. There's a lot that goes into that. And a lot of it is just, again, talking out loud, pushing the buttons, trying it, recording things, moving things, shifting things around. Like even the lighting was difficult because we're switching back and forth between different shots and the cameras are auto adjusting and the light outside is auto adjusting.
Right. Because these cameras are zooming in. It's not like we're cropping in the same shot.
Yeah.
The camera, when it goes to
it's a preset.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that lighting might be a little bit different. So
yeah.
Yeah, I highly recommend if you're planning to do this type of a scene, or if you're planning on overhauling something, give yourself extra time because it's going to take there's always unexpected things that come up. And like we haven't even taped down the cablage yet because we didn't want to until we know
we're not done.
For sure like what's the finished product. I mean, tape is easy to undo as well, but you know, there's always the unexpected things. And then a combination of like, we have some of this set up, some of these cameras are connected NDI versus USB versus HDMI. So figuring out, okay, how many ports do we need and stuff like that. And it always takes a little longer than you think. Yeah,
it does. And then like all of the cables. So we have like probably 1,000 cables in this office. Like probably not exaggerating.
Yeah. That's
really have a lot. Like we have whole bins filled with cables, but because it's a pretty big space and we have to, you know, connect the two different, we don't have to, we're trying to connect the two different studio spaces together, you know, thinking through how long the wires are that we need to have and, you know, where they're going to go to. So there's a lot that you don't necessarily think of until you're starting to do it. And so you definitely want some time.
Build in that extra
time.
You
want a friend or someone that you can have say things out loud to, or at least, I don't know. I think it's valuable.
Oh, it's super valuable. I mean, I love when I call Doc and I'm like, all right, Doc, I got a dumb question. He's like, I'm ready for it. Cause like, it's good to have people that can talk you through things for sure. I was just thinking about how like our desk shot, we could even have Ecamm running there and send NDI feed, like have the microphone in there and bring in
to the desk.
To the desk.
I literally named the scene "To the Desk."
We got to add like a swoosh sound effect to that.
I know we need some different sound effects,
but that could be set up as I could have Ecamm running there and send that feed back to you.
Yeah,
as well. Like have my microphone set up that way too. NDI feed.
Yeah, it is interesting because there's a lot you can do. But again, it's a game of should you, and obviously the more that you add in, the more complicated it gets. And the more like,
and sometimes it's harder to figure out
opportunities to break things.
Yes. Yeah. Or like, where is that point of failure? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like something's not working. I remember when we were doing Card Party in Tampa and then again in Seattle. And I remember thinking day one, all right, we've got our plan, we've got our gear, we got everything. We're smart people.
Yeah.
It should take like 4 hours to set up. That was adorable.
Yeah, it always takes
much
longer than it seems because, again, it's not like if you can set it and forget it, then it doesn't take long to like once we've finalized this space and no one touches it, which is laughable.
Yes.
We assume no one touches it.
Yeah.
Then like anyone could then walk in, plug their computer in and be up and running and able to go. That would be fast. But the in between as we're thinking through things and making tweaks and changes and all of that definitely takes longer than
Now,
you
in
think.
your home setup, do you tweak things, or are things kind of like set the way you want and then? I mean, I'm constantly switching things up. I like Brandon Washington's take
I am
on
constantly switching
each
things up.
stream improving one thing, whether that be like, okay, I'm going to add this element, or I'm going to create a Stream Deck shortcut to make that workflow easier, or add in another scene that's interesting. Like, I believe in, if you're going to stream consistently and constantly improving each stream a little bit with something. But my home setup, I like it to be consistent, so that, but then also like make my flow easier. Like I keep stepping over the same thing physically in my space. So I want to like, okay, I need to move that stand instead of having the 3 massive legs. I'm going to buy the leg. Actually, can you do the behind the scenes shot? I don't know if it'll show up on there.
Yep.
But these light stands that are like, instead of the 3 legs, it's just the round circle on the bottom. You can't really see it, but stuff like that, where it's like, oh, you know what? This pain point has been annoying to me long enough. Now I'm going to spend the extra $80 to get a stand that I'm not going to trip over anymore. So
yeah, I'm definitely doing that kind of stuff all the time. The thing that I'm constantly thinking through in my home space is that I'm using it for a lot of different use cases.
Yeah.
And so similar to this space, I sort of want to create different kinds of zones.
Yeah.
Because I want the feeling to be different for the audience that I have. So like for the VHS Club podcast, like I want to have like, little like Blockbuster trinkets and a stack of VHS behind me and like kinds of things that are nods to me and that audience and what they'll find interesting and exciting. But then I have like my mushroom background, which I love, but then that can be like sometimes too cluttered looking for like more professional. And I have like, it's a small space, but I have like a plain colored wall. I have all this stuff. I think I need to think through how to set up zones without it feeling like the whole space is just a recording area.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. Like, so ideally it's, figuring out how to maybe to use the same equipment. Maybe it's tape on the floor and I can just shift things. It's not a big room. So it's like the space of just this mini studio. So
see, I like the way we have this. The behind the scenes, actually, I could pivot it if I need to, but I like the way we have this one pole.
Yeah, so you can kind of see it.
Yeah, here, you talk this through because it's like taking up the.
Yeah, scooch this over. Look at that. All right.
So
yeah.
Utilizing small rigs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a small rig that is actually touching that tail air camera that Jill's pointing to right there. But all of that is coming off of the light stand, which is nice. I love the effect that there's an additional light in the background over that way, in case you're like, what the heck is that light? So it's just a round light, but behind it is a studio photography light. So you can ignore that one. It looks like it's part of the scene.
Space, like, oh, we need something to put this on.
Yeah, that actually fit brilliantly. And I will say, I almost never do any kind of live stream or production with any, like, I almost never use a confidence monitor, but it's great for this kind of environment because obviously then you wouldn't be able to see anything. So I think it's good. Duck is asking about the overhead lights, whether or not they're on. They are. We had them off, and
well, it's a test stream. Why don't I turn them back off?
Yeah, we could turn them back off. We were back and forth on it, and then we were trying to adjust the lighting and the cameras. I guess I can come back over here.
We have 12 o'clock calls, so let's just get it done.
Yeah, there you go. So that's with them off. So let me change the different cameras to show you. So there was like this main camera. Actually, it looks pretty good at the moment. We were having some lighting, the dramatic Jill zoom. All right, and then Jill's close up. We are good. It wasn't good before, so. Oh, you know where it wasn't good was the
wide shot on the
table. This one. Yeah, see? That camera is picking up. What did you call it?
Those are from the other lights.
Yeah.
Doc, tell us the science.
What is this effect called?
It's rolling shutter because the light bulbs that are in these lights didn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the light. It's the.
It's the like yeah. Not iridescent. That's not the word. Incandescent lighting. It went away, which is good. All right, sorry, I was swinging back over here. Oh. Doo-doo! See, now we're like a little bit too. A lot of this is caused by the camera is on auto and is automatically adjusting everything with us. So, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure we're catching all these comments.
Hypnotic, funky, fresh.
Johnny says, I keep changing my home studio because I use the same equipment when I go mobile travel. It's a pain. Yeah, I have a similar situation where when we pack up everything, I have some pieces that can stay there and then other pieces that get up and go, which is fine for like a single desk setup.
Yeah.
But when I add in a different setup, that will make it more challenging.
Yeah, I'm trying in my home studio. I'm trying to have I'm doing a bunch of tutorials, and so a lot of onboarding. So if you're new to Ecamm and you want to have like an overhead shot, so I'm trying to anticipate what a lot of people are looking for, so I can just have it permanently set up. So it's helpful to have some of these tiny OBSBOT cameras because they're great. It's like the one we use behind it. What's that one? The Meet 2?
The Meet 2. And I actually think that the one that we have here is the SE. So it's the cheapest of the.
Yeah.
I think it's the absolute cheapest of their cameras. I want to say it's like $89. So having like a few of those around, you can literally toss in your bag and go. And the quality is pretty darn good.
And they're super easy. Like they're literally just plug and play. I don't have to mess with any other application. I can just have it be plugged into Ecamm, which has been really good. So for my home studio, I'm like, all right, what things can I set up once and just leave it there? And then I don't need it all the time, but when I do need it, it's just a matter of switching to that scene. But yeah, sometimes I switch equipment, or now my kids are doing videos. So I'm like, all right. So what things need to be mobile and which things stay? Like I've just decided that my Sony ZV-E10 is in my Elgato teleprompter and it is connected to my desk, and that is just where that lives, and nobody can have it, and I'm not going to mess with it, and I've got the fan attached to it so it doesn't overheat. So like that is my designated go-to streaming camera that's on my desk.
Yeah.
But the other things can kind of be variables. But like that means that when I want to get footage outside of my house, it's just easier for me to use other cameras or like my Osmo Pocket camera to get some of that fun behind the scene footage, or my medical, like there's so many other devices that you can get footage from, but I just leave my Sony at home just because that's just easier, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing I haven't solved yet in my space, and part of it is like a larger strategy question that I'm at as well, is that like, I want to try to get in the habit of doing more, like product reviews, because I have an Amazon.
I know if Billy watches this later, he's still like, Jill, why aren't you? We're both like approved. Like we could just both be making.
Approved.
You
actually,
are.
I have like I make somewhere between like small money. I make somewhere between like $10 and $60 a month on my Amazon videos, right? Which is like nothing, but also nice.
Yeah.
So I could be recording way more of them, but I have a pretty small desk, and I did buy like a pretty cheap and easy ring light that holds like my phone in it that I can slide in and slide out of my space as an overhead shot.
Yeah.
But it is awkward because I have my laptop and then I have my microphone here. And so I'm like trying to, it makes the video awkward because I'm switching between my hands here under my microphone. I keep bumping the microphone. Then I got to go over here to hold the product.
Yeah.
So I need to think through what that setup looks like. And maybe that's in a different space.
Yeah. What did Paul show us the other day? Because some people have interesting spaces where they'll put like a pole above them, or vertical or horizontal, and then have everything attached to it. I'm renting, so I'm super like mindful of not even putting pictures on the wall unless they can hang there with command strips. We have one of the poles out there, Doc, like a tension
name that mounts to a desk, but still has the same effect where it's a pole that you can attach a bunch of things to.
Would that work in your space?
It probably would. I think I just need to figure out how to get that.
Yeah.
I probably just need to take I have a couple of other microphones that would be better. I'm just so used to my podcasting mic. I think probably I just need to switch microphones. I think it's a microphone issue more than
or is it like a mic stand issue?
I have an arm like this, but again, you need it out of the shot in order to have hand movement. So I probably need like either I need a mic that I can clip to myself.
Yeah.
Or
Marianne, she does a lot of her streams with that clip mic. which is nice. Yeah, like not having a mic in the shot. I mean, I feel like these microphones always sound best, but if it's for some product reviews and you want to have like full range of motion and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like we've been thinking about doing like more crocheting videos and things. I'm always thinking about like crafting videos because Lala does her throughout the month of December. She has guests on and they do like a crafting, which I love being part of. But same issue. It's like I'm so used to this microphone, but then I'm like I can't crochet under it with my laptop.
Yeah.
So things to think about in your studio spaces. Like most of us have one space but multiple uses, and that can be tricky. And even if it's been ruminating around in your head, it's still, I mean, we're on day 2 of the setting up this space, which is not a complicated, like we knew what we wanted to do, and it was still time. It's still time to move things around and prep them all. Oh, great. Yeah. Use my, Doc. I wasn't gonna highlight the fact that I have that. have not used it much, but yeah, that's a really good point. I definitely can use my Shure Move mic. It's a great tool for sure. Johnny's asking what kind of mic stand we're using.
Oh yeah.
It is an Ultima OC White Co mic stand.
Yeah. These mic stands are
nice.
Honestly super high quality. And they're so super easy to move in nimble. And we can have it kind of like, these are phenomenal. Doc, if you have your affiliate code for these, drop it in the chat because I know that you were the one that recommended this for us and it was perfect for our, we knew that we wanted them for this space, but then we also multi-used them at Creator Camp and that was really helpful too.
I'll have to send, I did an interview for my podcast with Ken's wife. Actually, we reviewed like one of her favorite movies, and so we like physically live in the same space, which is not normally the case for that show. Usually, I bring on remote guests. Yeah, so it's like, oh, we'll just meet in the studio. We can like hang out here. So we were on the sofa, but like completely, in Katie quick and fast fashion. So we had like little mic stands like on the table. So we were like awkwardly leaning, hovering over it. It was awful. So the difference in having like mic stands that where you don't have to hold it, you don't have to lean in, it's just there where it needs to be is night and day. Worth it as far as an investment. Well,
we were worried about like floor space. Can you go to like the super wide shot?
Maybe. I think it moved.
Or the other camera.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So like these tables, Katie's husband made.
Them. Yep.
Which is great because we didn't want to have these like we didn't want to take up a lot of floor space. Again, this is a work in progress, people. We know our lighting is everything needs attention right now, but this is like the super wide shot. But these are like functional as actual tables, but then they're sturdy enough to be able to handle the weight of these arms. And then the arms themselves are able to handle a heavier microphone because these SM7Bs are heavier. Yeah. My other one has finally broken. I've used it for 5 years. In the middle of the night, I was sleeping and I heard a crash. It's one of those like, it's the go-to one that we've all used. Anyways, the mechanism in it just snapped and the whole thing went bang. And I thought somebody was in my house.
Yeah.
And I didn't figure it out until the next day. I was like, what was that bang? My kids weren't there that night. I'm like, what was that bang? Well, it was the arm.
Yeah. I've had a bunch of those in the middle of the night bang moments recently. Like have all been like weird things that have fallen or like I also have so many animals in my house. So the last big bang was my bunny jumping up this out of her crate and up the stairs to come into our room. Just because, that's what bunnies do. Yeah. Yeah, I think the mic arms go a long way. I will say, like, if you don't have someone handy or you yourself are not handy to build custom things like this, there are so many different solutions available to you. Like, I mean, honestly, even one of those like cheaper, Target or IKEA, like to like cube bookshelves would work. Just puts heavy things on the like bottom, books or heavy things on the bottom so that they don't, tip forward or whatever. You just need to be thinking about how what the size of them, it's kind of hard to see because it's like black on black, but what the size of your clamp is and the thickness of your clamp, that can be kind of hard to find out. You have to be able to match that.
Yeah. And these are a bit beveled that I was like, oh, is that gonna, it still works. It works fine. Yep. But if you had it too beveled, then it's not going to be able to clamp. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're thinking it through.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost at time.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be able to pop on and just show you what we're up to. We do, if you're hanging out with us now, we do have our live Q&A tomorrow with Ken and Glenn. So they will be in this space. So hopefully everything will go smoothly there. But feel free to, continue to ask questions about gear and studio spaces in the community. Where that is our November, December topic. We're talking about like thinking through not just the gear, but the actual workflow and the space and the tools and the tech that you need to be successful.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the end of this year, everyone will feel in a comfier space.
Yeah. And for me, I want to be creating more frequently. And for me to be able to do that, I need it to be easy.
Yep.
I need it to be lights, camera, microphone, action. So
the microphone is not included in that statement.
I always
lights,
throw it in there.
Action. It really is lights, camera, microphone, action.
Camera, microphone, action.
Yep.
So for me, it needs to be an easy lift so that like, especially sometimes spontaneous, like you don't know when creativity is going to hit you. And for me, being neurodivergent, it's like, okay, I'm in the zone to get stuff done.
Yep.
If it's going to take 5 steps for me to then hit record, I might lose that. I might lose that drive. I got to ride the dopamine. So being able to have that be easier for me to do that, or like, oh yeah, I just got this new thing. I want to make sure I can do a quick product review before I put that away.
Yeah.
If it's then requiring me to redo everything, I'm going to lose it. And I'm not going to be able to do it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Making your space super functional, multifunctional if you need it to be. Or it's fun too.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is our pretend podcast.
Hey-o.
Signing off. We will see you in the community and in the streams. And if you have not yet, hit subscribe on this channel. This is our new Ecamm Fam channel. So make sure that you subscribe on the way out and keep those questions and all that community support coming.
Yeah.
Awesome. We will see you in the next stream.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.